Welcome to another episode of Blues in the Basement. Today I wanted to talk about the pentatonic scale using a formula very similar to what I did in a previous video for the pentatonic minor. That was the 2 + 3 = 5 formula for pentatonic minor. If you haven't seen that, I will put a link to that in the description of this video. So the idea behind this approach is instead of playing a scale across the neck horizontally, or on one string, vertically, we are going to use a diagonal approach. In this video, I'm going to focus on the pentatonic major scale. So let's do that in the key of G. Right? In the normal box position, we'd have, right? And hopefully you know that scale. If you don't, you should definitely learn it. But that's in the box position, and it's kind of a lot of changes there. It's not similar at all as far as the shapes that are involved in that. You have to do a lot of adjustments. So let's take an approach where we're going to be able to play this scale all over the fretboard once we learn a fairly simple formula. So pentatonic scale has 5 notes. So we're going to use the formula of 3 + 2 = 5. Now this is different than the previous video, which was pentatonic minor, which was 2 + 3 = 5. And this we're going to do 3 + 2. So let's find the root note. There's our G. So if I play 3 notes, and these are all going to be whole steps, 1, 2, 3, and I'm using just 2 fingers. I'm doing that on purpose, sliding my hand down. If you do it like that, it's going to make things a little bit more difficult for this particular concept. So 1, 2, 3. So now we're in position to go to the next string and play 2 notes. So here's 1, 2, 3. Go to the next string and you're ready to do this. That's 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 3 + 2 = 5. Those are all the notes in the pentatonic major. What's cool is now I'm in position to start that scale over in the next octave. So I'm going to play 3 again. 1, 2, 3, and I'm in position to do the next 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now to do it in the next octave, I'm almost in position. Because the B string's an unusual beast, I actually have to move not directly over, but I have to move up in pitch 1 fret. So from here, I just adjust. And I always have to adjust whenever I transition to the B string. And I play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And I can play all those backwards. That actually sounds more musical than a scale typically does because of that slide I'm putting in there. That gives it more of a musical quality. Very easy to get melodic with that and start to put in some nuances. Gets very musical. But all I'm doing is that same idea. 3 + 2 = 5. And then I go right over to the next string to continue on. Now this formula works anywhere on the fretboard. So as long as I can find a root note, in this case G, like find one here, right? If I do that same approach and I start on the root note on G and I play 1, 2, 3, and then I go to the next string and play 2, next string and play 3, next string and play 2, but I have to adjust because it's the B string, and then the next string and I play 3. Same idea. So now I've covered a tremendous amount of territory. I started here. And I wound up here. That is the majority of the neck. So that idea holds anywhere you can find a G note, right? Here's one. Well, that's just a chunk of the one we already learned. So what I recommend to do to practice getting comfortable with this and getting more musical is a technique where you do a little call and response with yourself. You play a phrase in one section of the scale, and then you echo it back at yourself in another section. So. And if you do that with some ideas, you will find yourself getting very comfortable flowing all over the neck in pentatonic major. Introduce some hammer-ons and pull-offs, some slides, some bends. Some little fast little flurries. And you find yourself being able to flow from here to there. So that's the trick. 3 + 2 = 5. I hope it works for you.